gonna take a look into the holy book, and we'll obey what God will say today.
Oh, man, I can't believe it. This is such a mess. Wordsworth, what's going on? Oh, Jay just makes me so mad sometimes. Your good friend Jay, what happened? Look at it. It's broken. Your football? I mean, it has a few scratches, but... Oh, I've never seen a football look like that before. Yeah, see? Oh, I don't think I can be his friend anymore. Hey, Wordsworth, wait a minute. Now, you take my things and you give them back broken all the time. And I always forgive you. Well, that's different. It is? Yeah, it's easy for you. Actually, it's not easy for me. It isn't? No, I mean, you are a likable guy and everything, but sometimes you just make me really mad. I do? Yep. But then I remember how much God has forgiven me in Jesus, and I'm able to forgive you. Oh, is there a verse that can help me with this? Actually, there is. Well, I'd better learn it quick. Well, let's memorize it then. Kids, will you memorize it with us? Let's open God's book and take a look. All right, kids, now it's time to memorize our verse together. This week's verse is found in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32. And this is what it says. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32. Will you say it with me? If you can read, follow along with the words on the screen. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32. Great job. All right, let's go ahead and remove one of the words. We're going to remove kind of a big one. Take a look at the screen and see what disappears. It's that big word that started with a T, tender-hearted. Can you say that with me? Tender-hearted. All right, got to remember that word. When you get to it, you're going to remember it, say it, and clap. Here we go. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32. Awesome. All right, now we're going to remove another word. What's it going to be? Forgiving. This is a big point of the verse. Forgiving. Remember that word, and when we get to it, say it and clap. Here we go. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32. Wonderful. Okay, now we're going to get rid of a phrase, God in Christ. Can we remove that? 3 words, one after the other. God in Christ. Can you remember that phrase? When we get to it, remember it, say it, and clap each word. Okay, here we go. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32. Fantastic. All right, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to remove one of the words of the reference. The reference is where we can find out where that verse is in the Bible. So the reference for this one is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32. So we're going to remove Ephesians. Okay, so you got to remember that. This verse is found in the letter to the Ephesians. Let's say the whole thing. Remember those missing words, say them and clap. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32. Super. Now we're going to remove everything, and we're going to remember it all and clap with every single word. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32. You did it.
Well, I have decided to forgive Jay.
I am glad.
Yep, God has forgiven me, and so I can forgive him.
That is awesome. And kids, just remember how much God has forgiven you in Jesus. And so you can always ask him to help you forgive others.
Thanks for watching.
And don't forget to like and subscribe below and visit CatherineMeekins.com for a free copy of our Books of the Bible song.
See you next time.